I think it's time for some good psychology studies. I have done some research today on what I call the Post-Milonga High Energy Syndrome. Well, I actually had to look at this little paper here because it's quite complicated. But complicated names are good because it's psychology and it's a real syndrome. What I want to tell you today is that I've been strangely strangely hyperactive all day after a milonga yesterday evening. And I have to say, it was a special milonga. It was a special occasion. It was a 15-year anniversary of a milonga that is very popular in the Netherlands. So it's a bit festive, and there might be some reasons to be in a festive mood. But it doesn't explain, unfortunately, why this happens. Why am I hyperactive the whole day? Why did I sleep 7 hours or less? I slept well, but short. And I slept those hours, but I feel like I'm four again or something. Like I have energy the whole day. It's crazy. Like I'm so hyperactive. I'm full of ideas. I just want to dance all the time. Um, I went to the gym as I usually do on Monday. And maybe sometimes when you didn't have a lot of sleep, you might have some worse results when doing strength training. Let's put it like that. But not today, because today what I actually did was I just killed it. So I started with bench press, and like 1% of you know what it is, but it doesn't matter. And I got a very good result there. Let's just keep it at that because all of you really hate fitness. But it's incredible. I tried to um, get a nap at some point because I didn't sleep very long. But my head was just going all directions. Like I have to go to this encuentro. I have to go everywhere. And yeah, it's crazy. But I've experienced this before, and I feel like that some other tango addicts might also be able to relate to this. I'm not quite sure, but they might be able to relate to this. And I think possibly millions of us, well, maybe not millions, thousands of us. That's more average, like actual scope of tango dancers, probably. But millions of us suffer from this condition, and it's really sad. And I think it has to do in part with a very important psychological problem that is tango addiction. So you see these people, and they do nothing else but go to encuentros. Like there's an encuentro this week, and there's an encuentro next weekend, and the weekend after it. And actually, they all book all of these encuentros, and they also go to all these encuentros. I mean, people like that. I'm not a person like that. Actually, as I will talk about later in a somewhat more serious fashion, I have not been very enthusiastic about tango dancing for some time now. But, you know, nights like yesterday, they just make you question that. Boredom, maybe, I don't know. But you're just on fire. And that's what I feel the whole day. It's just absolutely crazy. Like, what is it even? Is it worth like this crazy feeling you get the whole day? Like you've been drinking like coffee like literally all the time. Like you have like an unlimited cup of coffee that fills itself automatically, and you just keep drinking. You do nothing else. I mean, that's how I feel. And I don't always feel like that, so it's definitely interesting. But yeah, I think I'm not the only one with this feeling. And I think it's very good that as a community, we start to actually, um, take these problems seriously and maybe also really do some research, some investigation on what is causing these problems. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And I'm very sorry for your pain if you're going through the same thing. And I also wish you the best with your tango addiction. And I always say, stay strong. Don't despair. There are others like you, and we know your pain, and we can feel what you go through, and we will always support you. So thanks for this listening to this message.